So you put the phrase in the Twitter search box, in this case printer out of ink, to see what people are saying when their printer's out of ink. And the results come up like this. So first tab is top, that is the ones with the best reaction or closest to you in terms of your network. Live is your chronological order, reverse chronological order. Counts is if anybody had it in their bio, whatever phrase you put in the search box. Obviously in this instance nobody's going to have printer out of ink in their bio. So as you can see, it brings up, this is the live list of tweets that have that phrase in it. There's going to be nothing in accounts. Photos, you'll find all sorts of random stuff there, maybe memes that you can save or funny stuff. Same with videos. Now, this is the real feature. So when you say all, you're saying all tweets, accounts, photos, videos, news, everything all together. We're just looking for tweets at the moment. Then you can select whether they're from everyone or tweets from people you follow. So you can narrow it down to just your network. From everywhere in the world or just near you, I think it's under 100-mile radius. You can save this search if it's something you want to do regularly, and you can embed this search, which means you go here and in the bottom left corner of that screen there's a create widget button, which puts together a little bit of code that you install on your website, and it becomes a part of a blog post or something like that. And then advanced search. So you put in that phrase again, printer out of ink, and it'll bring up the results like it did before, where those words could be spaced out anywhere in the tweet. If you wanted to, you can put it in as an exact phrase, so only if those words are in consecutive order. Any of those words, none of those words, hashtag if you want. Any language, or you can pick from a drop down of selected languages. From a certain account, to a certain account, mentioning a certain account. This is more if you're targeting another competitive brand, or maybe a celebrity or something like that. Near this place, so it can be the whole country. You can narrow it down into a region. It doesn't get very narrow. I mean, Dublin is all one city. There are places I've been doing searches for recently for clients. You can remove the location either, and it'll just give you global tweets. So we'll turn that off for a minute. Dates. Like I said, there's no point in you jumping in and trying to join a conversation with something someone said 5-6 years ago. So we're going to go back to, say, the start of this year. So people who said printer out of ink sometime this year. So from the 1st of January up to today. Positive and negative tweets happen when there's emojis in them or certain keywords like hate, awful, stuff like that, that will trigger it. If there's a question mark, obviously people are asking a question. And do you want to include retweets or just want the original tweets? So we'll try hitting the negative button, see what happens. People are particularly sad about the printer being out of ink. So the results it's giving are not great, because it's looking for ones with that sad face in them, and there's only this girl. So we will go back and do another search. Clear all of that out. We'll go back into our advanced search. And printer out of ink. Keep the settings the same. Do this whole year. we're not going to select that negative and hit search. Now we've got a much better list. And we'll go to the live results, so we get ones that literally happened a few hours ago. So as you can see, 21 hours ago. And she's saying that in response to this tweet. Who came up with that and why does it cost €60? And her suggestion is that the jersey looks like that because they ran out of ink. I would follow her, retweet that, it's pretty funny, and respond and say, oh, someone needs blah 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 subscription, whatever the ink business is called, our imaginary ink business. You know, then you're joining in a conversation and your account is seen as being a little bit human with a sense of humour. This next one, we have to follow a link to Instagram to see what she's actually saying. So she's bugging her printer's out of ink, so she said to put her store into vacation mode due to not being able to print shipping labels. Now, I mean, she ran out of ink and her sales are affected because she can't ship her product. So this is where, if you're on Instagram, you would reply there. If not, I would go in there and say how awful for you. You know, empathize. Like, that is a terrible situation to be in. Check out our monthly subscription or service, whatever way you want to word it. Obviously you're going to be changing all of this wording anyway to suit your product or service. This is just an example of what happens when you reach out and think like a customer. Do some social listening and reach out. So check out our monthly service so you never run out again. We're not going to send that, but that's what I would say there. Now, you're going to have, there's work here. You have to go down through each one and check them out. So this one, I'm supposed to write a speech to commemorate this. Yeah, that just looks like rubbish. But you didn't actually have a printer that ran out of ink, so we're not going to engage there. The kitten colour printer ran out of ink mid-job. It's a quite cute tweet. That's what I would retweet. I would follow that person. My printer is out of ink or busted or whatever, and I don't feel like you have to be careful. Some of this will have, some things will have your keywords in them, and they're not necessarily the same intention as a real customer. Can't make sense of that one, to be honest. Okay, so they're out of ink. They can't go to the library because they're in trouble with Brenda. I don't know. If you're not sure, don't waste your time, really. Okay. They know a handful of people who buy a $20 or $30 printer every time they run out of ink. Well, that's just madness. They need to check out blah 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 website, you know? Now, all of these are within the last day, so will I ever have enough ink cartridges to print everything I've downloaded from my favourite teacher blogs, websites and online stores? That's from some e-cards, so I would save that and put it out on all social media platforms. Now that's a good one, especially for this time of year, for back to school. If you subscribe to, whatever website, you'll always have enough. So rather than the teacher trying to rely on the school always having ink in stock, she could put that to whatever decision maker in the school and maybe save the school some money with your service and keep everybody happy. And you get the sale because you replied to her funny meme on Twitter. So as you can see, there are tons and tons and tons of tweets there to dig through. Don't waste your time trying to figure everybody out. Just look at the ones that are obviously crying out for help that you can provide. Tons and tons and tons. And not one of them was saying, where can I find this product to help? They're just saying things like, my printer's out of ink and I'm upset about it. This guy, see, so when you go in to follow the conversation, have a look at how many followers they've got, where do they live, do they have their workplace down, their occupation. Go down through their conversations quickly, just speed read it, just see who are they talking to, how often are they on Twitter, is it like this is the first time they've tweeted in a year, you know, or are they somebody who's actually going to come back to what you're saying. There's people saying stuff about other brands who supply printer ink, keep an eye on that too, whatever your competitors are. Make sure that you're not getting involved in a conversation that they've already engaged with, unless we can remain friendly in there. You don't want to be the one who jumped into the solution late. Let's see what else we could talk about in terms of the same thing. So that was one phrase, printer out of ink, and it brought up all of that. Say, hate changing ink. Maybe you've created some free content on how to change cartridges. It's something you can put out on social where you're not actually asking for the sale, but you're giving something of value. And that's an example. In the case of the printer ink company, you need to think about what is it that you can put out. So look at the amount of people who talk about that they hate changing ink. They get back to their desk, they sit down, and they feel, I have to tweet this. That's somewhere you can jump in and be part of those conversations as well.